Well, tonight was a critical Game 3 of the Clark Cup playoff series between Sioux Falls and Waterloo. The Stampede split the first two games at Waterloo and then came home knowing that two straight wins would mean a series victory. It was scoreless after a period. Everybody out there probably thought I was shooting. Not the case. But in the second period, as you can see, things kind of opened up a bit. First it was Jared Westcott, then it was Cranilla, and that makes it 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. And they're not done. Ryan Sullivan's going to score with the redirect in front of the net. That makes it 3-0 Herd. The Blackhawks would answer at that point. Kyle Haskins is going to score. That makes it a 3-1 game. But the lead grows to 3 again. Brendan Olson, number 23, lights the lamp. That makes it 4-1. All these goals are in the second period. Clearly, I was not shooting tonight. Xander Lampa lights the Lampa at the end of the period. That made it 4-2, but that's as close as the Hawks would get. Let's go to your final scoreboard. Two more goals in the third period by Borchard and Johnson. That made it a final of 6-2. We'll have more highlights and reactions on this tomorrow as the Herd take a 2-1 lead in the series. Game 4 tomorrow night at the Premier Center. The O'Gorman Knights played host to Tom Krieger's Lincoln Patriots today in boys tennis. They played at McKinnon Park on what turned out to be just an absolutely spectacular day to be on the courts. Number one singles, Sam Dobbs of the Pats with a forehand smash. Then later on, it's going to be Dobbs again with the return of Joey Gellerman, and he goes on to win this one 6-1 and 6-2. In the number two singles, this was a dandy. Gage Goal of Lincoln with the beautiful drop shot. He's going to get the point there. He wins the first set 6-2. Later in the match, it's going to be Will McDowell with the beautiful point for the win. This was absolutely a terrific match. Goal again with a crushing forehand. Looks like he might win it, but McDowell would rally. Lost the first set 2-6. Comes back to win 6-4 and 12-10. It doesn't get much closer than that. Lincoln wins the match. 6-3 was your final. It's been a really good year for Krista Wood's Jackrabbit softball team. They took on Creighton today. Kendra Kennard with a 5-hitter had 6 strikeouts in the first game, and Yanni Ponce rips an RBI double. That would score the only run of the game, and they win the first game of the doubleheader on that run. Now in the second game, things were a little bit different. This wasn't a pitcher's duel. Bailey Jansen rips one down the line and left. That's a 3-run. She actually had 3 RBIs. They led late, but Creighton would rally and send the game into extra innings when Ali Herdliska, you dream of this as an athlete, that is a walk-off home run for Herdliska. They mob her at home plate, and the Jacks win that one 8-7, and they sweep the doubleheader 1-0 and 8-7, your final scores. Wow, great afternoon for Krista Wood's team. They're now 31-12. Concordia and Northwestern split, and Nebraska beat South Dakota 9-2. In baseball, South Dakota State beats USF. Raywalt had 2 home runs for the Cougars. Dort over Northwestern 13-6, and North Dakota State over Dakota State. In women's golf, State finishes 3rd in the Summit League tournament down in Newton, Kansas. Teresa Toscano was in 4th place, and Megan Municky, who had that hole-in-one yesterday, her dad Jeff's going to be awfully proud of the freshman. She finished in 5th place, South Dakota in 4th overall. The men's 3rd round of the GPAC qualifier, Northwestern's in 2nd place. Badura of Northwestern is 1st with a 207, 3 straight 69s. That is some golf. And in men's tennis, Central beat Northwestern 9-0, and there's your Lincoln score again of 6-3. The Storm had a wild finish of their own Saturday night against unbeaten Iowa. They trailed in the final seconds when Lorenzo Brown scrambled and thought he'd hit Brandon Shepard. Now watch this for the game-winning touchdown. He drops the ball, but luckily his teammate is there to catch it. How crazy is that? That was Kent Shelby, who was Johnny on the spot. As the ball doesn't hit the turf, that's 6 points with 1 second left in the game. They win it. What a finish.
But we'll take it. I was just reflecting on that a little bit ago and thinking about last 2 times we played them. It came down to a moment like that last year in the championship game. It was just out of our grasp, and this game, Saturday night, it was right there, and it bounced our way. So, wasn't too bad though.
The only directions to Zoe were put it to where only our guys would have a chance at it, or throw it out of the back of the end zone. And I think that was the intent, to give Brandon a chance to go up and get it. Brandon just, for whatever reason, couldn't hang on to it, brought it down, and thankfully Kent Shelby was right there.
Yes, he was. Storm host Arizona this coming Saturday. Their only loss is to the Rattlers, who won the league title 2 years ago at the Denny. This is a great team that the Storm really want to beat. Twins lost tonight 10-4 at Houston. We'll be right back.